Well, it's the 7th of Feb now, and I must admit I'm just getting a bit sick of this weather we've been having for the last month. I mean, it's just been raining continuously, and you can see here I went down to film the floods in January, and they're still out down the bottom in the bottom fields. Thankfully these aren't all our fields, these are the neighbours, but if you look at that pylon in the middle there, you can see it's actually surrounded by water like a little island. But it's ridiculous really. I'm going to go down and have a little film of the fields again, because it is quite incredible how much of our fields are underwater. Thankfully we're not in Somerset though, which have had it a lot worse. Well, I was going to drive through this gateway into the field, but it's turned into a bit of a river. And the water's flooding through there, through the ditch. I'm just walking through, and luckily I know it's not too deep here. And we go and look at our field, which is just through that gateway over in, by that tree. So let's have a look what that's like. Well, I'm just approaching the gate now. You can see some surface water through the other side. Pretty muddy and wet by the gate. But look at this. We've heard of a floodplain. Well, this is it. I just jumped over the gate. So this is a field we use in the summer for grazing the heifers. It's quite windy. I hope you can hear this okay. But look at this. I've just noticed on the ground here there's almost like a tidal mark where the water's obviously has come up as far as here and deposited a load of sticks, sort of twigs and stuff being washed up, and then we pan out. So it's obviously gone down a little bit, but look at this. I'm walking through it now, just on the edge. I don't know how deep it'll be. This is like I said, this is grazing land for us. And that's, I mean, at least half the field's underwater. You can see there's just a little bit here on the right that's not. That's pretty horrendous. If it stays longer than about a month, then the grass will start dying. I mean, this has been underwater on and off for now for over a month, but it's actually drained back a few times, so it hasn't been too bad. Typical, you can see some actual seagulls on the water. There we go, there's one there just flapping. Is that a seagull? I think it is, yeah. It's having a nice time. Four of them. So they think it's a river or a lake. I know it's a field. I'm just going to walk up a bit further. There's a gateway through the other side. I don't know whether I can get to that. I'll go and see how we get on. Oh, it's ridiculous. I've known these fields to flood nearly every year, but I've never known them to flood as long as this. Continuously, since December I think really they started flooding, and now we're into February. I said earlier, I'm glad I'm not living in Somerset though, because the poor guys down on Somerset levels there have had real problems. They've actually had their sheds and cattle flooded out, whereas we thankfully have got the cattle inside, so we're okay. But I'm not going to go any further than that. If I crouch down, you can see from the air this looks like a lake. If we look across there, you can see another gateway into another field. There's another field over there, completely underwater. I'm not going to be able to get to there. Now if I look down, look, you can just see on the don't know how well this will make out. I've disturbed all the dirt now, but you can see the grass underneath the water there. Nice bit of buttercup, I can just see a buttercup there. So it's absolutely ridiculous. And there's a farmhouse up there where I was filming from. You can just see it there through the trees. So you can see we're not unlikely to get flooded because we're quite high up off the water table compared with some people. But you never want to build a house or a barn down here. Right, I'm going to get back for my lunch now.